crowned him elite too soon. That's my only issue. Like, again, I think he's a good quarterback. He might one day be elite. He's not elite now.
All right, we got one. 1, 2, 3.
We got business to take care of next week. Enjoy it tonight. Come ready to work tomorrow. Let's keep rolling, man. Keep rolling. Great job, fellas.
Trevor Lawrence, Doug Peterson, and the Jacksonville Jaguars take care of business. They take care of business the way we needed them to, the way we wanted them to, securing a 34-14 victory over the divisional rivals, the Tennessee Titans. And what did we say last video? What did we talk about on the last video? The last video, we talked about 2 important things. And guys, like I said, I'm not an offensive coordinator. I'm not a head coach. But clearly, 2 important things needed to change. A, Trevor Lawrence has got to use his legs. Boom. He has 5 carries for 17 yards, but 2 rushing touchdowns. And the aspect of him moving his legs, it's just back and forth, even within the pocket. It's just even behind the line of scrimmage, him rolling out to his right a lot, him rolling out to his left a lot, having touchdowns and completions. Number 25 was helping him out. Scramble drill. He's out to his left side. He has nothing. Number 25 goes up, and Trevor Lawrence just dinks it to him, and there was like a long game. Let me see, what's his name? It was Dearness Johnson. He has the 1 reception for 34 yards. 1 reception for 34 yards. So everything was very, very beautiful Trevor Lawrence-wise early in the game. You know, he ends it up with 262 yards. He gets yourself a touchdown, has an amazing passer rating of 119.5. And he got 4 total touchdowns. 4 total touchdowns, and all you had to do was move him around, move him out in the pocket, have him do boots, have him use his legs at the goal line, have the defense be threatened that a 6'6", gargantuan size of a man is able to dice you up with his arms and dice you up with his legs. It's very, very important. And like I said, you know, Trevor, he's too young and he's too athletic. Like, as simple as that. Too young and too athletic not to use his legs. That's ridiculous. And then the other big factor, and you let me know if you agree in the comments on this one, Calvin Ridley needs the ball early. He needs the ball early. You got to throw it at him, throw it to him, throw it around him, throw it beside him, do the end around stuff that you guys did. He has 1 carry for 18 yards, and that was a big chunk play. Give Calvin Ridley the ball. What did we talk about last time? He had 3 targets, 2 receptions, and 2 pass interference calls. So 4 times the ball went his way and everything was beautiful. So I have declared that no one in the National Football League can guard Calvin Ridley. 7 receptions, 103 yards, and 2 touchdowns. It is fact. I've put it in that no one in the National Football League can cover Calvin Ridley. So what either you get, you know, if it's a good ball, you're going to get a Calvin Ridley reception, or it's going to be a pass interference on the defense. One or the other. If it's a legit ball and the concept makes sense. This isn't rocket science. You have amazing players on your roster, and I just think sometimes, you know, I don't know if it's coaching, I don't know if it's just the game plan for that week not being great. You kind of lose the in-touch ability with your players when you're like, hey, we have athletes. Let's just use them. Let's just abuse our athletes in the big games. So it looks as if that 49ers beatdown really inspired a lot of players on this team to understand, hey, we're better than this. We got to play better than this. And even at home next week against the Tennessee Titans, our divisional rivals, we need to show the world and prove us right that we are legit contenders. Legit. Because if we're being real, sees that you're 7-3. No one is saying y'all are anywhere near the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know what the general public believes where y'all stand up in the AFC. Another phenomenal thing is that defensively, you guys were there. Defensively, you guys showed up to the party as well. Last week, you did not. You have amazing opportunities to land on fumbles early. You guys got that fumble recovery early in the first quarter. Everything just looked as if this game was destined to be in your hands. And number 23, what's my guy's name? I always have a tough time saying his name. Boisedi Aluakun. I'm so sorry. I need to get this guy's name right because he's everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. 23 has to be the magician of the defense, Devin Lloyd, 11 total tackles. You're doing magic. Everything seems to be really, really falling in line with this defense and this offense. But the story is not over. Next week, you guys are headed to Houston. You are headed to Houston to play against the hottest team in the National Football League and also your divisional rivals that you lost to in week 3. Let's bring everything back full circle. In week 3, CJ Stroud and the very young led Houston Texans to Jacksonville, Florida, and beat the brakes off the Jacksonville Jaguars 37-17. What's happening next time? Y'all have the noon slot, Sunday football. What's happening in Houston? This is the game. This is the time. Because y'all are about to pick up a lot of fire, right? You have at Texans, you have a Bengals game that should be a win, and then you have at Browns, and then the Ravens. Playoffs has started for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to tell you guys that right now in case you don't know. Playoffs have started. The Houston Texans are only one game behind you guys, and they have the tiebreaker. If they sweep you, if they go 2-0 on you guys in the division, that is going to be very, very tough to overcome. Very tough to overcome, okay? So these next few weeks, really the rest of the season, every single game counts. And you already knew this, but I need you to know that the Houston Texans are not a joke. The Houston Texans are not a team that you need to be saying, oh, they're just the Texans. No. This defense needs to be on their A game, and this offense needs to be in a stratosphere that says, hey, we're ready for the big dance. We are ready for the biggest dance. You have the players, you have the talent, you have the coaching staff. Just do not fold, because the Texans, and I'm not even a fan of them, but I've seen them at work. You've seen them at work. They're killers. They're not afraid of anybody. They will not be accepting your worst shot against them. So do not walk into Houston thinking it's going to be a walk in the park. It will not be. Trevor Lawrence, be prepared, be dialed in, be ready. Defense, be ready to headhunt, be ready to blitz, be ready to cover. Calvin Ridley, be ready to tear up Derek Stingley. I mean, tear him up. This game plan has to be very aggressive. The game plan has to be very fluid, with Trevor Lawrence being able to use his playmaking legs and his playmaking abilities to take over the game. Do not try to coach yourself out of a win. Defensively, stay aggressive and capitalize on the turnovers. In this last game you guys just had against the Titans, we're getting fumble recoveries with our long snappers, guys. This is the exact spot where you want to be, where the special teams is so dialed in that they're giving the ball back to Trevor Lawrence. And that needs to be the game plan for this Texans team. Get the ball back to Trevor, any means necessary. And then you walk out of Houston with a W, and you are then 2 games ahead of the Houston Texans. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe.